Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am doing a declutter. Now, I planned on doing this pre-wedding, but that didn't happen. But I did pull most of the products before. I just went ahead and went through my collection and I just decided, okay, all of the old stuff and stuff that I just know does not work for me has to go. It is taking up so much space. It is just not worth keeping. I don't need it. And if it's old, I really shouldn't be putting it on my face. And even if when it's old, I'm not really trying to use it. So it's time to go. I do want to preface this video by saying that most of the stuff I'm decluttering is old, so it will get more than likely thrown out. Unfortunately, it is what it is. You can only recycle so much. I would probably say this is about 90% age, and some of it, the formula just didn't work for me. It was just tricky, stuff I didn't reach for, but most of it is just because I've had it for a really long time. I just decided to clear out all of the old stuff and just not necessarily make room for new, but just to get rid of the old stuff that I'm not using. So without any further ado, let's just get right into it. Alright, I'm just gonna grab from this basket of makeup that I have and just go from there. I don't really have a certain category that I want to do, but I do want to start with something that I've been meaning to get rid of pretty much since I bought it. I don't know why I bought it. I didn't need it. It's the BH Cosmetics Take Me Back to Brazil eyeshadow palette. Pressed pigment palette. I don't like this palette. It just does not work for me. I can't get it to work. I've tried it multiple times, which it really doesn't look like I've touched it that much at all. I don't know, the pan sizes are super small. The formula just does not work for me. I just have better colorful shadows in my collection. This is relatively new. Probably about a year old, so it's not expired. I'm gonna see if anybody would like it. Anyways, I'm more than likely going to put this on my Depop and just sell it because it's still in, honestly, almost perfect condition. It's just been in my collection and I don't need it. It's really not that old. I think I've had this for like maybe a year. I just don't use it because every time I use it, I don't like it. I don't like the shimmers. The matte formula just doesn't want to blend for me. I don't know why this got so much hype. I think it was just because at the time when rainbow was huge, this was easily accessible at Ulta. Along the same lines of colorful rainbow palettes, this is the NYX Ultimate Shadow Palette in their Brights shade, the USP04. This did me good when I was learning formulas and I was learning how to use color. It's just old, honestly. I've had this for like 3 years. It's just time to toss it. Nobody would really want this, honestly. I just don't think it would be very eye safe. I haven't used very much of it. I mean, if you look at it, you can still see a lot of the indentations from when the pan was pressed. I didn't get a lot of use out of this palette, honestly. And this, I think, retails for like $20. There are better palettes that are colorful out there than this, in my opinion. I guess we'll keep up with the NYX theme I've got going here. So I am getting rid of the Highlight and Contour Pro palette. This is their powdered one. This is so old. I think a friend bought this for me when I moved, like right before I moved here 4 years ago, and I just don't use this. I just don't grab it. I didn't really love the formula, and I mean, I've tried every single one of these shades, and I used every single one of these shades at a point. I mean, not enough to hit pan or anything, but I definitely used and abused this palette. This is definitely the old packaging because the new packaging looks completely different. But yeah, I think for a starter palette, it was really good. I mean, was this necessarily worth $25? No, I mean, you could pick up one single bronzer for cheaper. Even as a makeup artist, I don't think I would reach towards this palette, like if I were a makeup artist. And then this is probably my oldest eyeshadow palette ever. This was an Ipsy and NYX collaboration. I don't even think you can get this palette anymore. I got this, oh my goodness, here, I'll show you a close-up. So it's just a cute little 3-pan palette. You've got a black, a shimmery brown, and then a shimmery champagne. It was pretty good when I used it. I mean, I got some use out of it. Not a lot. Honestly, when I first started makeup, I don't know. I don't know what my brain was thinking. I don't know if you can even get this anymore. This was when Ipsy was like just starting out as a company and just starting to do their $5 glam bags. I think they were like $5. Maybe they were 10. Maybe they've always been 10. But this was before they did like Glam Bag Ultimate, Glam Bag Plus. So yeah, this is super old. This is like 5 years old. I'm ready to let go of it. I mean, it was really cute. There was like a little bow closure. So adorable, teeny tiny little thing. Honestly, I probably would have liked it if this wasn't a matte black. I think that's why I started hating matte blacks, was because of this palette. Just because I don't feel like I need a matte black in every single palette, and this is just proof that you don't really need a matte black in a tiny little quad. This isn't a quad, trio. This is a Covergirl Lash Blast Volume, and this one's in the shade Very Black. I like it. I like it okay. It's not my favorite. It's definitely an OG Covergirl product. I did get this sent to me from Influencer a couple months back. I don't like it because I always, without fail, stab my eye and my eyelashes, and it hurts. It hurts so bad. This isn't a very wet formula. I like wet, like super wet mascara. This just doesn't build as well. It's not my personal preference of mascara. And same with this Essence Volume Stylist 18-hour mascara. It's not wet, it's dry. I don't like the natural bristle mascara. I prefer that wand over this wand. But what I found with this one was that I liked the way it made my lashes look. It didn't make them look anything like Maybelline Lash Sensational like these right now. Throughout the day, I was just getting like, what is that? What is that called? When your mascara just runs on the bottom and you just have like black goopies underneath. Yeah, that's what I got with this really bad. And I mean, like, I wasn't even sweating or working hard, or it wasn't even a hot day, but I would just get all of the black goopage underneath from my lashes hitting my skin, and I don't like this mascara. I don't like it. Not for me. Not for me. I still have not found the perfect mascara to replace my Maybelline Lash Sensational. One day, maybe. Also from NYX, I'm decluttering their Jumbo Eye Pencil. I swear I like stuff from NYX, right? Maybe I don't. Maybe I haven't tried enough from NYX to actually enjoy NYX. Now that I think about it. I digress. This is their Jumbo Eye Pencil. This one's in the shade Milk. This was from the OG days of YouTube, where this was your eye primer. Yeah, it just does not smell good. It literally, I put the lid on and I pulled the lid out, and the product is now inside of the lid. For obvious reasons, I'm decluttering this. It's super old. It is literally falling apart. I don't need it. I don't use it. I'm afraid to put it on my eye. I'm also going to declutter these two eyeliners. This is the Wet n Wild's, their like nude one, and then this is the brown in Demolition from Urban Decay's eyeliners. Again, super old. I really liked the Urban Decay one. I don't purchase from Wet n Wild anymore. Those are my opinions on those. I'm decluttering this e.l.f. professional eyeshadow brush. I think I got this like in a crappy e.l.f. kit or something. The bristles are painful and they're short and they're not like the original eye blending brush, the white one. So I decided to just get rid of this as well. And I'm also going to declutter this Ulta Beauty liquid liner glitter. This is just old. I mean, I didn't really use it when I first got it, so I don't even have an opinion on it. It's gotta go. And then also the NYX eyeshadow base in the shade White Pearl. It's like a white eye base that has white shimmer particles in it. Not a fan. Don't like it. I am decluttering this massive Makeup Revolution bronzer. This is their Mega Bronzer in the shade 01 Cool. This is not a Cool Town bronzer. This is a warm red bronzer. I think they did add shades to this, but I really hope they renamed this specific bronzer. This is just way too dark and way not my shade, like at all. Yeah, I just, I don't like it. It doesn't look good on my skin tone. I tried it that one time in my full face make revolution like a year ago, and I literally have not touched it since. So I'm getting rid of it because it's definitely not my shade. So I picked up these glitters probably like 2 years ago now when this brand first came to Target. It's called Starlit Studio. I got the shade Ultraviolet and Rainbow Dream. I really thought I was going to like these. I thought I was going to use them, and honestly, I think I might have played with them once and I didn't touch them since. And I mean, this whole container used to be full and now they're just super dried out. They're just old. It's time for them to go. I have these e.l.f. primers. This is their mineral infused primer. I don't remember when I got this or where I got this. I did have the green one for a while and I used that one up. Didn't like it, not my favorite. Same with this. I do not really love these super silicone-y primers. This one just makes my makeup slide off. I don't reach for it. It's just been in my primer drawer. It's time to go. This e.l.f. glow stick thing. Now, okay, let me preface this by saying the primer itself isn't the problem. It's the packaging. I feel like I discussed this in a video probably a while ago now, but the packaging, look at this. Look at how scratchy, scrapey, nasty it gets. And I mean, like, look. Like, it's so easy, and I have it in my nail now. Yeah, the problem is because of how scratchy this packaging is, it gets in the stick and then it gets on your face, and I just don't like it. I mean, the primer was okay. I don't really love glowy primers. I just wanted to try it. Yeah, just because of the packaging solely, I don't want this in my collection anymore. I'm getting rid of another NYX product. I think this is my last one though. So that's, nope, it's not my last one. This is their Total Control, like their drop foundation. This was in the shade 05 Light. This was just so stinking light, and I was keeping it to use as to lighten my foundations, but I didn't use it. And I mean, I've had this for probably another 4 years. It's just old. I used most of it up. It was an okay foundation. I don't really remember how I liked it. I just remembered that I always constantly spilt it everywhere, and that's kind of how I used up so much of it. So I don't really have that much of an opinion. It was like my only water-based foundation. I will say that though. I have a crap ton, 8 to be exact, of the Colourpop No Filter Concealer. I wanted to like this. I wanted to like it as an eye base. I wanted to like it as a concealer. I wanted to like it as a concealer in place of foundation, like a lot of people do. I really wanted to like this, and that's why I have so many freaking shades. I don't know if I just got a bad batch or just I don't know, because I thought I liked it when I first bought it. I couldn't find like the perfect shade for me. And then I went to go use it the other day, and I don't know if it's just because they've started to separate. It's just not working for me. I don't like the way it looks. It kind of it creases immediately. I mean, I know I have eye creases, so it's not, I can't blame that on the product. But it settled into my fine lines really easily. It caked up. It's just an odd concealer, and I see why people don't enjoy this. Now, I did just order their hyaluronic acid one, their newish concealer, and I hope I enjoyed that. Hopefully I picked the right shade. I don't know. The shades were just kind of wonky, but I'm getting rid of those because they are kind of old. Not as old as some of these products, but they're up there in age. They're taking up a lot of concealer space, and I just realized I don't like them as a base and I don't like them as a concealer. The formulation is literally separating right in front of me, so why am I keeping them? More Colourpop. Now, okay, I will say this. I like pretty much every lip product I've tried from Colourpop. I don't love their new Candyland balms. I'm going to talk about those later in another video. And I haven't tried like their ultra matte lips. I've tried most of their glosses and their bullet lipsticks and their new roller gloss. I've tried all of those. These Villains edition of lip glosses, While the colors are beautiful and the packaging is phenomenal, why did they decide to put chunky micro glitters in it? Now I know that's a contradiction, but they feel like tiny shards of glass on your lips. They're not comfortable. They hurt. They're quite painful. And I don't understand why, because their regular lip gloss formula is perfectly fine. It's just these Villains ones. And I obviously liked the Villains collection enough to buy multiple lip glosses, but then after just sitting down and I used them the other day, it feels like gritty glass sandpaper on your lips inside of a sticky formula. Not a fan. I'm gonna get rid of these. I really wish I liked them because the packaging is killer and the colors are gorgeous, but that's just not enough to keep a product. If it's not comfortable, I don't gravitate towards it. They are painful. Yeah. So this is the LA Girl Pro Conceal High Definition Concealer in the shade Highlighter. I don't know why when I bought this, I thought it was more of like a liquid highlight and not a white glitter in a tube that's like goopy. It's kind of along the lines of this NYX eyeshadow base. It's like pearly. I don't like it. I don't even think I've ever used this. I think I might have squeezed the product out of it to swatch it, and then I was like, so this was an immediate waste of money. Immediate. And then my final lip products, I'm getting rid of this Bare Minerals Marvelous Moxie Hot Shot lip gloss. It's just really old. It's almost used up. It's just, I've had it forever. It was like a little mini holiday set thing. Also, this Nars Satin lip pencil in, I don't know how to pronounce it, so I'm going to spell it. Rikugien. I really liked this shade. It has definitely gone bad. I've had this for like another 4 years, so it's got to go. Same with this CoverGirl Lip Perfection in 210 Seduce. This is a lip liner. I really liked it, but honestly, I don't know if they've reformulated these or changed these, but every time I sharpened it and I went to go use it, it would just crack and fall apart. So that was a negative. I didn't really enjoy that aspect of this. It was a decent lip liner in a decent shade, but now it's just too old. And then the final thing from NYX that I'm decluttering is their soft matte lip cream in the shade Istanbul 06. This is just way too bright of a pink. I love the way these smell. The formula was pretty decent, but I didn't really get to wear it as much because I don't know what I was thinking when I got this shade. I don't know. It just didn't work for me. And then the last product I'm getting rid of, only because it's old, I did buy backups. It apparently has been discontinued, but I can always find it at Target, so I don't know. But it's the Makeup Geek, their liquid lipsticks. This one's in the shade Quick Step. Such a perfect, like, warm nude for me. Look at that. I adore this shade. And I really hope they didn't actually discontinue it, because I mean, you can still find it at Target. Maybe they're in the process of discontinuing it. I don't know, but I did buy like 3 backups, and I did just open one because that one officially went bad the other day. Probably a couple weeks ago now. Okay, so I got rid of a lot of NYX. I maybe need to retry NYX products out. I feel like they've kind of fallen off for me. But they were who I first bought all the time. I think NYX used to be sold at Target, and so they were kind of easily accessible, and that was when NYX was like at its prime and everyone was talking about NYX. You don't really hear that much from NYX anymore. I do like their lip products though. I will stand on that. I like their lip products. Everything else I haven't really tried that much of their new stuff. I might need to do that because it looks like I just decluttered all of the brand NYX, but I think I still have some in my collection. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Got to see a little bit of my super old makeup declutter. I may still have a few pieces in my collection floating around. Probably gonna have to make declutters a regular thing on my channel so that I don't get overwhelmed with product. Anyways, I'll see you guys in my next one. All my social medias will be linked down below, as well as the playlist of the week I'm listening to on Apple Music. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!